Bro, school recess was actually just pure chaos, bro. The stuff you could do was actually unlimited, bro. You could play the floor is lava, football, gaga ball, foursquare, touch grass, or even just chill on the swings with the bros. But when I was in kindergarten, do you know what I did? I randomly ran in circles around the playground for like no reason. Yeah, I chose like the most boring activity. And I would get really confused because my sneakers would get a bunch of wood chips inside and I would think that it could move like bugs into my shoes. I remember that if you wanted to go to the bathroom during recess, you would have to go with a friend. So I called up my bro and we would head up to the bathroom and he would hear me pee and we'd just start laughing really hard. Anyway, as the grades went on, the school built an upper field area full of turf. It was perfect and everyone could play sports on it. I remember everyone would play soccer and I was a tough goalie. I liked the goalie because back then I didn't know how soccer worked, so I would just carry the ball because I thought everyone was stupid for kicking it. I learned the hard way that you're not supposed to do that, as every time I carried the ball, everyone would just shove me into the turf and my eye got stabbed. So I became goalie so no one could get mad at me. Also, goalie is like low-key free and fun, so yeah. But bro, I remember every time my face got hit with the ball, I would low-key just start crying and go to the nurse's office. Anyway, in 4th grade, I would usually just chill on the swings with some of my friends, or I would play tag with some of my friends. But bro, the person who hosted the tag game would rage bait everyone by targeting whoever was on like the opposite side of him. Like, if you were the runner, he would purposely ban the no tag bench. But bro, the timeout signal, no tag bench, and no tag back rules were the most overpowered cheat codes, bro. Anyway, usually I would just chill on the no tag bench or the swings and chat with some friends and just forget about the game because it was stupid. But I remember one time me and bro were talking for what felt like ages. Then we looked around and realized it was just a bunch of toddlers and no one from our homeroom. That was because we accidentally didn't notice our class leaving, so we just stayed outside. It was pretty funny, but as soon as we entered the school, we got yelled at. Speaking of tag, the whole class was someone else to play cross tag on the field during recess. I did make a video about it, but that was like 3 years ago. But bro, all the taggers are really slow. Because of this, the fast kids will purposely get tagged and start tagging everyone. The only reason we play cross tag is because every year they banned ball sports for a few weeks. So cross tag was like the only fun community event. But bro, the taggers are always the same stupid speed, bro. They run the same speed as like a dead ant. But when ball games were allowed, this would usually happen. The kids in the higher grades will play football and the kids in the lower grades will play something called gaga ball. I remember I used to play the game and it was really easy because you could just smack the balls and then get everyone out. There used to be so many niche rules that them little geeks will point out, like turtling and lumberjacking. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, you might as well subscribe. But bro, football was actually the GOAT and it was so big to the point where there are different grade levels of football. The 7th graders would play next to the swings on the bottom floor and have limited space while the 8th graders played on the field. But bro, some quarterbacks in the 8th grade playing field were straight up throwing dimes, while the 7th graders were throwing straight into the woods, bro. The 7th graders were called the downstairs league, while the 8th graders were called the upstairs league. But bro, the average play would look like this. Bro, everyone block up, the blitzers are coming, and it's 4th down, so it's insta-blitz. Alright, I got you, I'm gonna make a wall real quick. Hike! Pass that to me. I got you, bro. Bro, I was literally wide open. Who are you passing to? Sometimes me and my friends would get bored of that, so we would actually play Floor is Lava, and we actually got a ton of people. We got someone to be an announcer, and they would just announce where to go. This created some funny fights around the monkey bars and stuff. There would also be spin-offs like Soul Link or Teams. Anyway, if you made it to the end of the video and want to see more things like this we did in recess, you could subscribe and like. And if this video does well, I'll make a part 2 about indoor recess. Anyways, toodles.